So now that we've linked our SPIIOs to our holes and our areas in Greenkeeper, we can assign thresholds for the individual sensor devices. And so these are thresholds like what is the wilt point, the near wilt point, the saturation point, and the salinity maximum that you would want to have. So your wilt point is obvious. This is the point at which you start to see the grass wilt. So in this example, let's say it's 4%. The near wilt point would be when would you be concerned about it getting a little dry? So this is really up to you. It's kind of your own preference. If you're looking at your TDR measurement, when do you want to start saying, hey, this is getting on a little bit of the drier side? So maybe in this scenario, it's 7%. Saturation point is what would the moisture be after a really heavy, slow rain for the course of a day, and then you let it drain down for 12, 24 hours. What would that number be? That's your saturation point. And so maybe in this example, it's 12%. Salinity max is if you're dealing with salt, how high do you want your salt levels to get before you be alerted? And so we'll say for like a cool season grass, we'll say it's 3, which is a little higher for some species, but I think kind of reasonable. So now when I push save, those thresholds have been saved to this individual sensor. If I go to a different area and push thresholds, they're blank again. So every area can have its own threshold of low, medium, or high. And so you can go through, set those values, and then what happens on the home page is we get some color coding going on depending on what the moisture is, what the salinity is, temperature is, relative to those thresholds. So for like this example, if I set my wilt point to be 4 and my near wilt is 7 again, and my saturation is 12 again, and salinity is still 3, and push save, that's now red, right? But if I made my wilt point be 0.5, now it's yellow. It's in that range of it's getting dry, but it's not yet wilting. And then if I made my saturation point be 0.9, it should go, maybe it won't let me do that. It will go to like a bluish color to show that it is really, really wet. And so that is some of the guidance that you'll get just by color coding the moisture and the salinity data. And so you can go through and set those thresholds as best you can. And then the system now has some frame of reference. So with that, we can use what is the soil water holding, what's the soil like right now, and then finally we pair that with our disease models, our pest models, and our fungicide records that you input when you're using Greenkeeper to tell you if you're protected or at risk for certain different soil-based pests.